I am raw to the bone. Welcome, y'all. It's Freestyle Friday. I know a lot of us count down the days of the week because we definitely count down to Friday, right? Because we can't wait for the weekend. Although the weekend goes by really fast, but I'm not even going to focus on that right now. I'm not. I'm going to take it one day at a time, actually 1 hour at a time. Nope, 1 minute at a time. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and play the audio for the day because you know what I say. It's going to be a what?
Wake up, brother, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Some life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, yo. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison they ride. Head full of flaws, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time, it's how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. 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 Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, really gonna rap the time. Grow hard about what you wanna be. Step forward.
Hey, today's gonna be a good day, y'all. Good morning, happy Friday. Look at I know that's right. I know that shit is right. Said I'm going to Zumba class now. Also, I got my passport yesterday. Oh my God. We mm, 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 mm. You showing out on the self-care. All right. Is going to her Zumba class right now. This is what I'm talking about. She has been committed, stay committed. This is what loving yourself and putting yourself first looks like. You know, it's so amazing that you're doing that, and I want to say that we see you and we support you. All right. You know, my aunt said to me, you know, we follow each other on our watches. And I might have mentioned this yesterday, but I mean, guys, I can't emphasize this enough. If you have time for other things in your life, everybody else, right? Then you can certainly make time for self-care, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, whatever that looks like for you. Good morning, Georgie. And so, I'm proud of you. And as far as the passport, let me tell you something. This is what I mean when I say we traveling and motherfuckers be like, I want to go. And they just be like, I want to go, I want to go. And they just never do anything about it. Got her passport yesterday. We only in March, y'all. The trip is in August. This is what I'm talking about when I say be on it. And also, told me that the payments are constantly being made on her trip. So she is above and beyond the $50 deposit. I am loving every bit of it. All right. Good for you, Uhu. Yes, Mishi Boo. Good morning from Minnesota. Tell your mommy hello. I saw that you were getting on a flight. I figured you were going to see your mommy. Glad you got there safely, boo. And thank you for watching from Minnesota. Good morning, mother. Good morning. Zen, you're going to get called out. You know, just deal with it. Georgie been mad because 2 days this week she had to run for that bus, run Forest Run. All right. You know what's so crazy? Y'all are hilarious. Kiss the Boys jumped on my TikTok live yesterday talking about this little girl better get up because she about to have me running for the bus again this morning. I'm like, oh my God, we on TikTok listening to music and Georgie jumps on talking about this little girl getting ready to have her do a Run Forest Run again. I was like, I'm dead. I'm dead. Yes, Mishi Boo, I saw that. Condolences to you and your family. I did see that. That's why when I saw you were traveling out, I automatically assumed that you were going to see your mom. Hey, Interior Rue, I'm so sorry for your loss. Oh, today is the funeral. Oh, okay. Mishibu, send Mishibu prayers and love for the strength that she's going to need today as she lays her stepdad to rest. You know, it's funny because One Reliable Sin, she's not on here yet, but she sent me a doozy. Some of y'all be sending me doozies in my inbox, and just because I don't get to it doesn't mean that I'm ignoring it. I just got so much stuff in my inbox. But One Reliable Sin sent me a doozy like almost a week ago. Good morning, Della. Oh, I gotta stop. Della Parker just joined my live on IG, right? And so y'all see Ginger is back in my hair. When y'all see my hair like this is Ginger. Okay. My alter ego, Ginger. Right? Miss Della Parker is my beautician. Okay. Hair care. All right. And she puts Ginger in. Listen, it's so funny because when I go to her to put Ginger in and take Ginger out. Okay, because I done cut up. She see it. When I take out my protective styles, I cut my hair. I do all kind of stupid shit, right? And so I just go pay and have my protective styles taken out. But Miss Della Parker, she takes my hair out, she puts it back in. Every time I go to get it put back in, it's so funny because she be like, you have new hair? I be like, no, I got the same hair. I wash that shit. I pay a lot of money for this shit. It's going to get sold into my hair about 4 good daggone times before I move on to a new set of bundles. The hell? These bundles are not from the beauty supply store down the block. Okay? The fuck? So yes, I be coming with the same hair. I wash this shit and bring it right back. Don't judge me. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Miss Stella. I put you through some work with my hair. And then when I go for the takedown, y'all, I mean, it's been better since I discovered Sea Breeze works. But baby, when you take a protective style out your hair and you work out as much as I do, I mean, not that I'm beasting, but you know, I ride my bike. So, and I sweat a lot between the riding of the bike and the hot flashes. I ain't gonna lie. My hair has been stinking a couple of times deep down in the roots. And 1 or 2 good times when she had to take this hair out, I was like, I'm sorry, Della, because I know it's not going to smell good in there. Listen, this is the life of wearing protective styles, working out, and going through midlife. Well, you know, whatever you call it, changes. Thank you, Interior. Thank you, Mishi Boo. All right. Thank Miss Della Parker, too, because she weaves this shit in. And I like a weave where people question it. Is that yours? Is that not yours? I mean, people that know me, they see I love color. And I used to color my hair this color. But color fucked up my hair. And so if I want color, this is what you're going to get. Protagonist, you forgot what next week is? Next week, well, Tuesday I'm in the office next week, but Wednesday I'm in NOLA, right? And so Wednesday morning, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do coffee with friends before I go to the airport on Wednesday. I have to see what time my flight is, but I'm going to be showing the fuck out in NOLA, going live all the time. I'm just not going to know how the fuck to act. I'm just saying. All right. So happy Friday, y'all. Today is March 3rd. We are going to go in and read from our positive thoughts, right? Ayanla Vanzan until today. Right before I do that, I just want to say for anybody that's new to joining Coffee with Friends or has not joined on a Friday, have a blessed day, Della. Thank you for joining. Hey, the General. Friday is the day where we have Freestyle Friday. Any topic, anything can be discussed. We throw anything out on the table. Before I throw some of the shit, thank you, the General. Before I throw some of the shit out on the table that I want to talk about today, before I even get into the topic that One Reliable Sin, we got a hefty Friday today. One Reliable Sin sent me a doozy. We probably going to have to continue that topic, but we're going to start it today. I put it up there. We're going to talk about stepdads and stepmoms, but this is a different spin based on some shit that One Reliable Sin sent me. And I was like, oh my God, right? And so I want to share it with y'all and y'all tell me what your thoughts are, right? But other than that, that doesn't have to be the only topic. We could talk about other things. Hey, CDP. So let me read March 3rd because today's shit, I only read the top, the header. And I feel like
I don't know how to respond to that.
I hate this thing. Somebody turn this Siri shit off my computer, right? I only read the header, and the header is speaking to me today. Good morning, Jacinta. The heading is speaking to me this morning, okay? All right. So we're going to read this positive thought. I'm going to throw two things that make my ass itch at y'all. And then we're going to get into the stepdad, stepmom topic. I added the mom piece to it, One Reliable Sin, because it can happen on either side, right? But this shit is a whopper D doozy, all right? March 3rd, I open my heart and mind to be aware. I cannot judge my clarity based on someone else's response. That spoke to me. I cannot judge my clarity based on someone else's response. Hey, Shonda Tay. Thank you. Okay. One day the light bulb is going to go off in your head. You will become aware of what you are destined to do in life. On that day, you will feel drawn away from everything you know into a space of unknowing. This is for me. Is it for you? Hey, Pat. Good morning. Hey, Reginaldo. Is this for you? You may be a bit frightened, but at the same time, you will be perfectly fine with what you don't know. You will be willing to give up everything and everyone you now know in order to pursue your destiny. You know how I said, loving yourself, self-care, focusing on yourself, people, places, and things change. Rest assured on that day, should you share your new awareness, you are going to upset quite a few people. When the people in your life know who you are, they know how to push your buttons. Believe it or not, this makes them quite comfortable. They know just what to expect and you give it to them. Me is talking to me. It is easy to understand why people get upset when you get clear. They get confused. When people get confused about you, they may try to convince you that it is you who are confused. A word of advice: don't worry about how people respond to your clarity. What? This shit is me right now. How people are responding to my clarity. I was confused. I am confused. I just said that yesterday to y'all. I'm confused. And this shit said, when people get confused about you, they may try to convince you it is you who are confused. They got me, y'all. I just said it to y'all yesterday. I was confused. A word of advice: don't worry about how people respond to your clarity. Yes, I read it again. Worry will make you confused. When your light bulb moment comes, sit alone in the light for a few moments. Give heartfelt thanks for each moment of your new awareness. Write down each of your thoughts. As you feel inspired to act, act. If you feel shaky or uncertain, sit down again. Hello, Danta. Call on the presence of spirit. If at any time during the process you experience a setback, do not, I repeat, do not ask another human being for advice. Remember, they could be confused. Okay? If you are directed by spirit to ask someone something, be sure to ask who to ask, because everybody is not good for advice. But y'all knew that, right? Until today, you may have felt the need to have those around you approve of your ideas and insights. Just for today, turn all new ideas, insights, and revelations over to the Holy Spirit. Allow yourself the privilege of basking in the spiritual light of your own heart and mind. Today, I am devoted to becoming aware of the light of insight within me. Do not let others confuse your clarity. Wow. I just said I was confused yesterday because I said people, places, and things have changed in my life. And I always say that it's going to happen, right? But I be confused at the same time, right? But I know that I got to keep going, right? And I didn't even know that March 3rd was going to say this to me. This was just a reminder, right? To the things that I've already been battling. This is a reminder that don't be confused. But if you feel confused, sit down and gather yourself. Get your clarity back intact. And then get back up and keep moving. But do not ever let other people confuse your clarity because they don't agree with it or they're not happy with it. It's a message. All right. The general, I got you. I'm gonna get to that as soon as we get to the stepdad and stepmom topic. All right, because I know what you, based on that paragraph. Wait until you hear what I got to say. I don't have the video to pull up, but I'm just gonna give y'all the meat and potatoes as to what was happening. Okay. What is going on with Hillbilly? What is Hillbilly saying? What's happening on Monday? Hillbilly, woohoo! 3 more days till Monday. What's happening? Monday starts a new week. By Friday, I'm over the week. I'm in. Oh, Hillbilly, but not 3 more days till Monday. We still trying to celebrate the weekend. Why are you rushing to Monday? We're trying to celebrate the weekend. So Monday to you is your celebratory day. For me, Friday afternoon is my celebratory shit. All right. So, two things before I get into the topic of stepmoms and stepdads, right? I just want to say something, right? Because this is just based on, current events that's floating around and shit that I posted. But, this Tennessee lawmaker guy, Phil Farrell or whatever the fuck his name is, right? In Tennessee. I posted it on my page if you're interested in knowing his name and his face, what he looks like, right? But the overall content is the most important, right? This lawmaker in Tennessee sat his ass up on a panel and wanted to put a bill in place to add lynching, hanging by tree, back into law. I mean, y'all not scared? Y'all not scared? I mean, it's not the same black folks, right? Because we live here, right? Y'all not scared that this is going to trigger some shit? Like, how the fuck do you sit there? I put it on my IG page, and it's on my Facebook page where 7 hours later, yes, it's true, I am descent to 7. I put it on my Facebook page 7 hours later. Good morning, Jello. 7 hours later, he apologized for making that statement. No, sir, your apology is not accepted. The mere fact that you felt comfortable enough to sit up there and say you want to introduce a bill to put lynching, hanging by a tree back in law, y'all. I mean, I know racism is still here, so that's not my surprise. My surprise is that these motherfuckers are so ballsy to publicly let you know we want to hang your ass, right? And in that post, a young woman commented and she said, wow, this is fucked up because in Mississippi, which Ghost and others have confirmed on here, is a racist state, one of the top ones at that, right? Is trying to bring the Jim Crow shit back. Wow. And so I was having a conversation with my mother, and I was like, what is going on? And I had a conversation with my boo also last night, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? My mother was like, Robin, we don't have a lot of civil rights leaders. And I was like, there's some out there, right? And she was like, but they're not like they used to be. We don't have a lot of people standing up fighting for our rights, right? And I said, you're right. Motherfuckers, they don't want to get killed. They don't want to get shot. And that's the same thing my boo said last night. He was like, oh, what happens as soon as somebody is deemed a leader, especially of the minorities, as soon as they are deemed a leader, they are targeted. Right? Hey, Booth Busters. I'm like, what is going on? So, I mean, to me, the country is, sneakily trying to go back to fuck words. Right? People pay attention because, the things that we have said that we don't think is ever going to happen, some shit has already happened. When states pass laws that you cannot get an abortion, they are already controlling what you can and can't do with your body. Rights that was fought many, many years ago are being stripped state by state in small segments, because they're trying to keep it under the radar. In Florida, the governor doesn't even allow Black history, nothing Black, to be taught in the schools, and threatened the teachers that they would get fired if he caught them teaching shit Black history in school and celebrating Black History Month and shit like that. Pay attention. Pay the fuck attention, right? It's sad, y'all. And I don't blame a whole population of any race for the hate, right? I just blame those population of people that have that kind of hate in their heart, that they dislike a culture of people that bad, that they literally want to put laws in place, all right, to hang motherfuckers, or Jim Crow laws and the abortion laws that affect every race and culture. It's like a matter of control. Pay attention. Okay? Let's see. I had a poor connection for a minute, IG. Yep, I am dissenter. It start all over again. It's annoying. Johnny said they fishing to see who will bite, to check the post to see where these people are. Yep, they already did that during the insurrection, right? Trump threw out his little bites and his little feelers. Then he stepped back, and a whole motherfucker population of people climbed all over like tarantulas over our government buildings, like we were in a third world country, like it was nothing. Because they put their feelers out there and they throw the hate spiel out there, and they incite the population of people that have this type of hate in their heart. Zen said, this is why Biden has put a lot of people of color and women into key position. He sees what's going on. He may be old, but he ain't stupid. Don't get it twisted. I agree with you, Zen. 1000%. You know, people give Biden a hard time. Yes, the man is old. Yes, sometimes he acts senile, but what the fuck? He was brave enough in his old ass state to stand up for the Democrats and run for this country. I don't give a fuck what his past was like. Where are the rest of our Democrats? Where are they? Where are they? We got about 4 or 5 Republicans stood up and is running. Okay, Pence is in there, a woman is in there, some other people are in there, all Republicans. Where are our Democratic folks? Right? And now Biden is saying, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to go again. And people are like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, people complain about everything. But what the fuck? Right? We know the president doesn't control everything. But yet we look at this one man and we blame Biden for every downfall, and all of this other shit is happening right underneath our nose, state by state by state. Pay attention. Okay. Shonda Tay said, I just saw where another member of the cabinet suggested to make red states and blue states based on laws they want and see beneficial to their agenda. See? That's almost like separating the North from the South. You see what's going on? Did you hear what I just read? Red states and blue states to have specific laws that benefit them. That's like having the North and the South. Imagine all the red states, they put the laws in place. You know what they gonna do? People be picking cotton again. The fuck? Hillbilly said, they cannot dictate my actions. I will not comply. I rule my actions. Hillbilly, listen, I know you know how to live off the land. I'm coming to, we're going to be, listen, let's look, we're going to have to look for Hillbilly or some shit pop off because he know how to live off the land. You know how the people in the movies and the Walking Dead and shit be living? We're going to have to hike across states to West Virginia. The fuck? Hillbilly said the Dems and the Repubs are both old ideologies holding us back from a future. True, Hillbilly, but we're dealing with our options and our choices. We know the parties are fucked up. But I'm trying to go with the side that's not trying to hang my folks from the tree. One reliable sin said he meant that shit too. Time to let him go. Should have been immediately after the comment and probably been saying shit. Yep, they should let him go. There's no, these motherfuckers that sit in these Senate seats, they get away with all kinds of stuff. I know there are 23rd parties that nobody pays attention to. You're right, Hillbilly. You're right. You are absolutely right. Yep, I say Trump opened that door too. Craziest law that passed this year, in my opinion, is the Illinois purge law. Wait a minute. The purge law passed in Illinois. Is it like the movie? Like, wait a minute. Oh my God, it's 8:32. We didn't even get into the topic. But wait, the law that passed in Illinois, they passed the purge law. I missed that. Is it like the movies where you gotta lock the fuck down? They get to kill each other for a day? What the fuck? What is the purge law? Somebody tell me, please. Somebody tell me what the purge law is in Illinois. How did I miss that? Okay, hillbilly. Shirley said, we have the Black Caucus who has asked for his resignation. Thank you, Shirley, for that update. I hope they get what the fuck they asked for. Angel said the purge law is propaganda, but what is it? I'm putting the guest link up. What is the purge law? I need somebody to explain it to me. The general said, I wish there were no parties and people ran on their name and their thoughts. I like that idea. I like that idea. Right? I like that. Yep. I don't like the red blue crap either. It's stupid. It's stupid. But we've already figured out while Trump was in office that we had holes in our whole political structure. We don't even know how to deal with rogue presidents. We don't even have policies in place to deal with that. We have holes all in our political structure. Okay. Okay. Dante said, never scared. The people seeing that it's different time and the different people with the info. And no, you right. They trying, but they can't hide from the truth. This is that's, I'm scared either way. But the thing is that, listen, I don't know, y'all. This country, I mean, it's so much going on with the fucking balloons flying around, Russia and Ukraine, China telling the United States, you better take my name out your mouth. I mean, it's a lot of shit going on. And it just shows, in my opinion, how weak we are in our leadership in this country. We used to be a high respected country. Okay? What happened? The fuck happened? Okay? Hillbilly said, gotta start homesteading, right? Hillbilly said assault is not arrestable in the purge laws. Oh, assault is not arrestable in the purge laws. Domestic theft, all okay. Wait a minute. So wait, what? I still don't understand. The purge law, is it every day or is it a specific day of the year? I need details of what the fuck this is. Y'all gonna have me Googling this shit after the show. The general said, hey, Lisa Y Music. The general said they're trying to change part of John Lewis Way in Nashville. That just got named that recent years to Trump Way. Wait, what? I can't. I am just interested. Say people don't care unless it directly affects them. Sad because it has to start with someone. It has to. Right? And then all the Facebook people that come out because they're politically savvy all of a sudden. You know, we got a lot of people on Facebook that know more politics than the people that actually work in politics. Right? And some of them don't even vote. But I know some of them motherfuckers. I'm just saying. They complain though. All right. So anyway, y'all, those are the things that I wanted to talk about that's been irritating my ass. All right. And I know that we're probably not going to get to the stepdad and stepmom topic because it is. One reliable sense said there are a list of crimes, but for example, you can commit second-degree murder or shoot at a public office. You get booked, but you can sign right out. You wait your day in court. Oh, right. Okay, now it's coming back to me. So the purge law is not holding people in jail while they go while they go back and forth to court. There's no bail, right? That's what it is. You can commit second-degree murder or shoot at a public official. Damn. Most that comment on Facebook don't know basic civics. Exactly, the general. Hey, Angel.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Good morning. So you came on to tell us what the purge law is?
I just want to talk about the purge law for a
Let's
second.
do, because we're going to have to move stepdad and stepmom to Monday.
Let's
That's a deep one, and I need the whole show for that.
Let's just give me 5 minutes, okay?
No, you can take all the time you need. We on this. I want to know what the fuck the purge law is.
Okay, so the purge law, it was nicknamed the purge law to scare people, specifically white people, right? It's to scare them. It's to make them afraid. It's also like minorities too. Like we all seen the movies. We know what happens when it's purge night and all this shit can happen and all that stuff. Our cash bail system is set up so that Black and brown people get arrested for bullshit ass crimes, not convicted, arrested. We get arrested for bullshit crimes and thrown in the county jail. And sometimes they sit for years.
Yeah,
why? Because we don't have access to funds to bail out.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't have uncles or aunts or somebody who we could reach out to that can put up the 10% for us to bond out, right?
And before you go on, keep in mind that, and this is true, factual, that minorities, African Americans, their bail is normally way higher than any other culture. Like my son got arrested and he had a freaking bail of like $500,000 for some stupid little crime. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Because you knew I could not pay that.
So that's part of it, right? That's the first part of it. Second part is that you can sit, if you can't get bailed out, then you lose your job. You can lose your housing. Your kids suffer because they got to stay with somebody. Like there's the ripple effect of the cash bail system is insane. So what they did with this law, is I can't remember like what it's actually called, but the purge law actually says that if you're arrested for these charges, not convicted, but just arrested. You know how many Black and brown people are arrested for charges because cops want to fuck with them? Because cops are just like being assholes and just like, oh, I'm gonna throw you in jail for this. So if you're arrested for these specific charges, and yeah, they do include second-degree murder. So if you plot some shit out, like that's not on the list. But a crime of passion and somebody ends up getting killed, or you're in a car accident and somebody dies, yeah, you get arrested, you get booked, and then you can sign yourself out without having to put up the bail or get in a bail bondsman to you can get out of jail for that. That's all it is. But people they call it the purge law to scare people into voting against it. Voting against it would make it so that things are the same, so that we continue to be oppressed. We continue to be thrown in jail.
Sit there for a year or two.
We have to sit there for years sometimes.
Yeah.
Until we get a trial.
Right, and the island is full of people sitting in there waiting for a court date.
And then what happens? Sometimes they plead guilty just to fucking get out.
That's
just take a plea.
Yes, just to get out.
The purge law actually benefits us because what is that? It makes the police think twice. Like, do I really want to arrest them on this bullshit ass charge and they're gonna get to go home in a couple hours
and all that paperwork?
I'm gonna just let them go. I'm gonna just, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's on the bullshit charges. Now the stuff that people actually get arrested for, which they're innocent until proven guilty, but if there's cause to arrest them for it, they still get a fair shot. They get a fucking chance to keep their job and to not be separated from their families and all this stuff for years at a time while they wait for a trial.
Or what about people like the guy that was accused of killing Malcolm X, right? That is now that got exonerated and freed, and now I think the state is paying him $26 million or some large $1 million, right, for all the years. But look how many years this man sat in jail, probably because A, no one could bail him out initially when it happened. B, when he got arrested, right, he probably pled guilty, knowing he was innocent, because we see he innocent, right? We don't know. I don't know the backstory of whether he pleaded guilty or they found him guilty. But the bottom line is there's a lot of people sitting in jail that can't afford proper defenses that are innocent. And they sit there for years. So now I remember the purge law. I do remember it. I remember it to avoid people from paying bail. They didn't want them to sit in jail because they do.
It eliminates cash bail for certain offenses. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's not releasing convicted criminals, like people who fucking serial killers. You think that they're going to let them out of jail? Like, no, come on now. You got to be aware and if you look at the commercials when they were airing the commercials about, oh, vote no on the purge law. Who was it?
How should be on YouTube? Yeah.
Who was it? It was to scare white women into voting against this law.
Yeah.
And that's the highest voting demographic, I believe, was white women. Like white women show up to vote more than anybody else.
Wow.
And so that's who they marketed that purge law to. It's to get them all on their side so that they vote against the law. So that's all I wanted to say. And it really makes my ass itch when people are not 100% informed and they listen to, just what's on TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they buy into it. Like, do your own research, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a great idea. I mean, the way you explained it and how they're using it, and it refreshed my memory into what this was. I did hear about it, and I'm curious if other states are going to, are going to implement that.
No, they're not. They're not. This is a really progressive thing for Illinois.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge. And if they would,
New York too, because what the hell? I mean, I know what it's like to have to sit in with a child that sits in jail, and you're trying to, hey Zen, good morning, and you're trying to bail his ass out, right? And you can't. $500,000 bail. He sat in Middlesex County Jail, and I was like, "What? It wasn't for murder. He didn't hurt nobody, right? No weapons was involved.
Yeah. Right? So he should have been able to go to fuck home and show up to court,
right? And so they were like 500,000. They were like, but you could use a bail. I was like, I can't even afford a bail's bondsman. 500,000. What are y'all talking about?
Ridiculous. Yeah.
What the hell are y'all talking about? And meanwhile, I said, if y'all keep him in here, what's going to happen? He going to lose his job. Child support arrears are going to start building up because his baby mama got him on child support. So now if he loses his job, now he got to worry about being arrested for that. It becomes a vicious cycle.
I said the ripple effect of it is insane. It's created to keep us down. It's created to keep us oppressed.
It is. And
it's also a moneymaker.
Yep. And when he came out after proving himself innocent, I mean, he did 2 bids, but in between he got arrested for other shit. Yeah. When he would come home and be like, oh, I proved myself innocent, I'm home. But now you don't have a job and now you owe child support. Now you got to go back and look for another job. And it just takes you through this whirlwind.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like the law. One reliable sin said, I do not agree with that law wholeheartedly, and being informed of the pros and cons of the law. Look at the crimes that people can commit to utilize this law. Give us an example.
Commit or be convicted of?
No, she said, look at the crimes that people can commit to utilize this law.
But what about the people that don't? What if you're arrested for something you didn't do? Is that fair? What if you didn't do it?
I mean, aren't we supposed to be standing on you're innocent until
proven guilty? Right?
Aren't we supposed to be standing on that?
But there's a couple of things there, right? So I understand what one reliable sin saying. So these are non-detainable offenses, right? So 2nd-degree murder, aggravated battery, arson, drug-induced homicide, kidnapping, burglary, robbery, intimidation, aggravated DUI, aggravated fleeing and eluding, drug offenses, and threatening a public official. Those are the 12 that are now non-detainable. But if you are
the first few trying to turn it around so IG can see y'all. What's at the top of that list?
second-degree murder, aggravated battery, arson, drug-induced homicide, kidnapping, burglary, robbery, intimidation, aggravated DUI, aggravated fleeing and eluding, drug offenses, and threatening a public official. So those are like, well, second-degree murder, right? That's not intent, right?
Yes,
that could
that's not
be
with
a
intent.
car accident. It could
That
be
could be I
something.
killed my husband who was abusing me.
Exactly. Hey, Aquanda.
Right.
But
You mean that?
if you are a threat to the public or are a risk of like a flight risk, they will detain you.
If you have like gang affiliations and you've been, you know, if it's so there's other things I forgot to mention that part. So there's other shit that goes into it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one reliable sin. She said, what about intimidation? One reliable sin, you need to jump on YouTube and get on. She said there are pros and cons. I forgot about intimidation.
Okay. Come on, one reliable sin. Let's go. Bring it.
What do you mean intimidation? Like the person gets arrested and then they get free, and then the victim has to be worried about the person? Is that what we mean by intimidation? Like fear that the criminals will come out and intimidate the victims, witnesses, etc.? But aren't they doing that anyway, those that make bail?
I think everybody does intimidation these days.
They do.
I mean, I feel intimidated with some of these posts people be putting up on Facebook. I'll be like, what?
What did I do to you?
Okay, so this is New Jersey law, but this is basically what it says for intimidation. A person is guilty of a bias intimidation crime under New Jersey law if he commits, attempts to commit, conspires with another to commit, or threatens the immediate commission of an offense with the purpose to intimidate an individual or group of individuals because of race, color, religion, gender, disability, sexual, whatever. You know, it just keeps going on. So that's what that is.
Okay, so a crime where you are arrested for intimidation and you sign out. What's the con? That they would continue to intimidate that person, but they're still going to court, right? They still
have to go to court.
Right. They're still holding the charges. They're just
it's not saying that they're innocent, or it's not saying that they didn't do it. It's saying that they are not going to be held in the county jail until trial.
Right. Cheryl Lee said it's more that aren't guilty than are for those laws supposedly committed. So let's think about that for a minute. How did they come up with that list? Is it possible what Cheryl is saying is they did some kind of statistics that showed, you know, a percentage of people found innocent of these crimes that sat in jail over a period of time unnecessarily? Like, I wonder how they derived these lists of crimes, because that's a great point.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I mean, you would hope it was fact-based, right? But you never know these days with how they do shit. Like they could just be like,
how did you pick those crimes? How did you pick murder? How did you pick that?
No idea.
She said, I'm getting dressed for work. I'll be on here from the shower. Oh, I love it. Oh, they said so. Oh my goodness.
You could crop it.
Exactly.
He says so. Oh my goodness. I love it. Oh my God. So work has been crazy, y'all. Honestly, Monday, as a reminder, y'all, because today is Friday. Monday, I have an 8:00 meeting in the morning. All right. So I will not be on here at 8:00, but I will probably come on here a little later after my initial meeting is over, because they are trying to kill me. They're trying to sock it to me. They're trying to make me know Jira's in.
It's easy.
No, it's not.
It is easy.
It's not. Like, stop it. Like, I'm looking at I understand the epic and the features and the stories and all of that shit. I get that. But the querying aspect of Jira, you have to understand query strings.
Yeah. It's
That's not
well,
easy.
it's a development tool. So yeah,
Exactly.
there's a lot of stuff in there. You gotta understand how to code.
But while my boss looked at me and was like, "Don't you know how to write queries?" I was like, "What? No."
I don't.
I
He was
do.
like, "What? You don't know how to write queries?" I'm like, "No."
No,
Like,
maybe because you're younger,
I'm a
Angel. Maybe
programmer.
that's why.
What?
I feel like people that are
Very.
younger than us know, like it's coding to them is almost like second nature.
It is. And I didn't even know that that's what it was.
Younger than me.
Hmm?
He's not younger than me.
He's
Who?
talking about me.
I'm talking about Angel.
Oh, Angel, you know how to okay, query.
Mhm.
Yeah, I used to program, in COBOL, and then I went to Paradox, the database language, but then
Girl.
I changed my whole career. So I don't
I didn't even know what the fuck that was.
no,
I didn't know what it was. I was just doing it. And then they were like, you know how to write SQL reports? I was like, explain to me what that is.
yeah, because that's what he asked me. He was like, "Do you know how to write SQL stuff?" I was like, "No."
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
I know how to do those at least.
you know how to do the SQL ones?
Yeah, because I used to have to write SQL reports for data I had to pull.
Well,
Mhm.
listen, I didn't do that. I didn't
You
do
can
that.
do
I guess I gotta learn now. I gotta query my ass up.
Listen, there is a YouTube video out there.
And TikTok, you be on TikTok. What do you mean?
Seriously, listen.
Hey.
Use your resources. There are people out there that will break this shit down, and you will
I
learn
use
it.
YouTube for everything. So that's
I use YouTube for everything.
But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I know I'm saying this on air and it's public, but it's fucking Friday. And I'm just being honest with y'all.
Make sure you update your resume.
No more shit. Like, I'm at the point in my career that I'm not hungry like I used to be. I'm just being honest. I'm not in the baby boomer. I'm not thirsty. Like, I want the money, right?
Mhm.
But
You don't wanna-
I'm
mhm.
trying to coast out, right? And all of a sudden, now I gotta go through this whole learning cycle. And I'm just being honest. And
You over it.
I'm over it. Like, when I go to YouTube to learn, it's to learn how to keep running my own businesses, how the fuck I'm gonna buy a house, how the fuck I'm gonna do this and do that. It's not to go in there and figure out how I'm gonna run this report at work. Cause I'm like, what? I'm trying
No,
to figure it out.
listen. Let me share something with you. I was with you, right? I was there, also.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I've been in management. I don't need to do this stuff anymore. This is, I can manage it. If as long as I know who can get stuff done, I'm good. And I thought I was okay with that. I'm not. Because when people come to me and they start talking about technology that I haven't heard of or don't understand how it works, and I'm just like, oh shit. And I don't like being caught off guard. So now I do read and I do keep up a little bit. I'm not going to say I'm going to be all ambitious and I'm going to try to be the best tech, best IT, best whatever out there. I don't care. But as long as I can talk the talk and understand how it all kind of fits together, that's all you need, right? You just need that basic understanding.
I mean, I can run all my projects. I understand the technology I'm running. I know how to piece everything together, right?
Mhm.
But I'm not putting my hands on a keyboard and doing anything, right? But I understand how the technology talks to each other and why it's needed,
Mhm.
right? But now to have to learn to put my hands on the keyboard and do some queries and shit like that, it's a little bit different for me.
But why don't you ping one of your devs to like help you? You know what I'm saying?
I do have a deaf person helping me. My boss, he writes, he queries.
That's what I'm saying. Like, get somebody else to do it for you.
Huh?
Get someone else to do it for you.
That's the problem. I wish I could. Like, this is what I'm hoping happens, right? They write all my queries, all my filters, and I save them. This way, I can just go in and pull the filters that I need. The hell, one reliable sin said, because we talking about work, right? So one reliable sin said, I completed my employees year end reviews Wednesday, like I mentioned. The one I held for last, we was in HR yesterday. Long story short, reviews submitted as is, and thank you all for the encouragement for that day. I'm glad to hear that, one reliable sin. I know that must be stressful. That's why
Reviews are the worst. Oh, I hated doing reviews. Hated them. They're
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah.
You know what helps with reviews? I found, because I have 8 people on my team.
Receipts. I keep those receipts.
Me too. See attached.
I don't believe in blindsiding people. I don't feel like you should ever be surprised with your performance and how I feel about it.
Yep.
And so I'm constantly checking in with them, constantly like, you need to improve on this. You're doing great at this. You're doing good. So when it's time for reviews, it's easy for me because I'm constantly giving feedback, constantly giving critiques and criticism, constructive always.
Yes.
But you know, this is what we should work on this week for you, and this is where I want to see you grow this month. In this quarter, I want you to see I want to see this grow for you.
Absolutely.
So by the time it's time for reviews, like I just got to go through my team's messages or look through emails of what I've sent and then put it all on the little sheet and I'm done.
And what I learned was when I had conversations with people, because people like, you know, in one ear out the other, then I started, you know, following up. Hey, based on our discussion, this is what we talked about. This is what I'd like to see by this time frame. So you're giving them a mini SMART goal, right?
Yeah. And it's measurable. Yeah.
So that they're able to, you're both able to track that progress. And then you're able to do those reviews a little bit better. In fact, I would have bi-monthly one-on-ones with my staff.
I have
but on a quarterly basis, go through where they are in of what the review would look like, right? And say, okay, let's go through what the questions they ask, because I would always keep a copy of it so that I could say, okay, how would you rate yourself based on this information? And we go through that, and it's just like at the end of the year, no surprises whatsoever. So if you got a shitty review, you knew it.
Yeah, you see, for the last several years, I mean, I haven't managed since TD Waterhouse, right before you came, Rich. And I was managing there. And when I was managing, they had changed the way you did reviews, right? So you had the employees do their self-review, right? And then you reviewed their self-review of themselves, and then you rated and you respond, right? But in the midst of the year, I would also meet with my staff and let them know, this is what you wrote. These are your goals that you wrote at the top of the year, and you check in with them to see where their goals are. But I've had some difficult situations. To me, it's above and beyond the reviews for me. I've had a situation at TD where the executive management told me that I was going to run the change management organization, and the current manager was going to report to me, and that manager was a VP. Okay. And I was not. I was an AVP at that time. AVP titles were still being used. And I was an AVP, and I was like, that was a very uncomfortable situation for me to be in, right? To have this VP report to me. And they did not promote me to VP. They just made him report to me. And so that was uncomfortable. And then I had this other girl in my group. She was an African-American girl. And I felt like she felt, because we were both African-American women, single parents or whatever, right, that I would be really understanding to the fact that she was late every day. And I was like, you know, I talked to her about it. I even changed her schedule. I said, if you can't come in and work 8 to 4, then let's change your schedule to 9 to 5. Or if you need to leave early, come in 7 to 3, but you can't come to work every day. I'd rather change your schedule. And so I changed her schedule, and she kept coming late. And so I had to write her up. And, you know, I know she was looking at me side. And I'm like, you know, sometimes people, you know, they just take advantage based on various situations. So for me, above and beyond reviews, people reporting to me makes my ass itch. And I've been trying to avoid it in my current company. And that's why I can't get a higher title, because they keep saying, you want to be director, you want to be this, you got to have people. I'm like, never mind. I don't need the title, just give me money.
Do you run into that a lot? I call it the sister girl syndrome. Where,
I mean,
you know what I'm talking about? Like
managing.
Like,
yeah.
Well, you'll hire somebody
right
who looks like you, another Black woman, And she thinks that just because y'all are black, y'all are
We
both
cool,
black women.
cool, right?
Right.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
You got me right.
Yep. And then they
No,
want to
no.
say you being a bitch. They want
Right.
to say, oh, she's a bitch because she's black when
Mhm.
she's being a bitch. No, I'm not being a bitch. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, she
Right.
thinks she white.
Right.
That part.
Part.
That.
You think she white? That part. And I'm like,
Why? Because I enunciate my words?
Or because I know how to operate like in this and play this game.
Because I know corporate etiquette?
wait,
Like,
because I'm trying to keep my job too.
right.
That part.
I'm trying to keep my job too. This ain't personal.
That part.
Like,
Huh?
come on now. Don't
This is not-
quantify
if
my
you fuck
blackness.
up, if you fuck up, that's on my review beat.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
But that's a mentality that those people don't really get. And when I say those people, I'm talking about all people
Be
that are
careful,
that are
right.
reporting up, right?
Mm.
Don't get it
Careful.
twisted now. Don't come
You
for me.
people. Who the fuck is you people, Zed?
Listen, don't come for me unless I call for you. You heard? All
I'm
right.
just saying. Unreliable Sin said that she was she was very transparent, and so oh, coffee went down wrong. So his review was not a surprise to him. So then fuck it then.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah. You can't be surprised. Like right now, my boss has me. The structure of my organization is so different than what I'm used to because I'm more infrastructure. For people that's in IT, that's like the servers, the data centers, the all the interconnectivity, the connections, all the firewalls, all that shit. That's what I like, right? But I'm on the opposite side of the house right now. I'm in the application development, which is foreign to me, right? Because I don't really deal with application deploys and coding and shit like that. I like infrastructure. I'm very weedy. And so this whole change is new for me. So, I mean, we have IDP plans in our organization where it is spelled out specifically. This is what you're targeting by this date. This is what you are should be targeting to finish. You have one large program that you're aiming to finish, et cetera, et cetera. And that plan is reviewed during my one-on-ones with my boss at least once a month to make sure that I'm still on track.
Yep.
Right. So that at the end of the year, he can't say, if I've done everything on that IDP plan, you can't say that I'm a fuck up. Or if I've done more and above, it should be reflected on that plan that I've done above.
Mhm.
And there should be no argument at the end of the year whether you suck or whether you okay or whether you're a superstar.
And listen, and this is a PSA to everybody. If you are reporting to someone and they do your review and you feel that you have gone above and beyond, be ready to prove that shit and bring it with you. Do not rely on your boss to pick that shit out, right? Because I can't say that I captured everything that people did, or, I tried to celebrate as much as I could, but there's a lot of stuff that's happening above. A lot of conversations need to be had, a lot of meetings that need to be held. We're not always sitting there thinking about, hey, what does, Robin need to do to get to the next level? How about Robin needs to take control of her
Well, that's
career?
our motto at my company. You know
Right?
what they say? We're not responsible for your career, right?
And it's true.
That's
You
across
are
the
responsible for your career.
right? That's across the board. If you're not happy in this group, find another group to transfer in.
Exactly.
Right? We are not
Exactly.
responsible for your career. If you are not in line with the goals and objectives in this organization, you can go online in the career section and transfer to another organization, right? Or if you are unhappy in the position you're in, figure out what job family you're in, figure out what your career ladder looks like, right? Meet with your boss and figure out how the fuck to get to your next career ladder, whether you go in the management stream or whether you're going the independent individual contributor stream, whatever that is. But you need to decide where you want to go next. And then you need to understand what's expected of you to get there. And you need to fucking do that. And you need to put that in your review. If you did.
And on your resume.
And on your damn resume.
Take the job description and put it in your fucking resume.
Yep.
Yes.
I know.
Or hire somebody to do it for you.
Or that. But the easiest thing to do that I found is anything that I have done. If I got promotions or whatever, I match that up the job description up to what my current resume said, and I edited that stuff and stuck in those things because it does make you look better, but
Yeah.
it's not quantity, y'all. It is not quantity. Don't think that, having all of these tasks that you could do makes you look better. It doesn't. Because I could tell you I would read the top 4 or 5
Right.
and then move on because it's too much information. But what I did find out how to do was summarize and put them in bullet points, and that makes it better. So if we all want to do a class on resumes and stuff, I'll be down for that.
I paid
I
somebody
would
to do
love
mine.
that. I wish somebody could redo mine. I know a lot of people are
I
paying.
paid somebody. I'm not fucking doing that shit. No.
I
Did
mean,
someone say
always do my
sex? I
own
just
resume.
woke back up. Sex.
What?
Johnny Leon Hill.
Wait, we're about to talk about.
Boy, you need to go to sleep.
No. I am just
This man working 2
I
jobs. He
no.
needs to go to sleep.
I am just said, how do we get from talking about the prison system to our careers?
Careers.
And then Angel said, we're going to talk about sex next.
I'm still abstaining.
Great point, Ian DeCinta. Negotiate your salary during your review. How
That's
many
the
people
time.
on here negotiate their salaries at work during their
I
review?
do.
I want to know.
I do.
You do?
But-
No,
But
we're not talking about as a
Theo does
consultant.
resumes, by the way. I'm just saying, putting it out
Okay.
there. Theo does resumes.
Okay, but you not as a consultant, as an employee.
As an employee, yeah.
At your review, you negotiate your salary?
Correct. I want to
Now, I
know.
have
Well, I start the year off with how do I get to the next level? So that way, when I put it, what's sex? I got you, Aquanda. I understand. So that way, when I'm working throughout the year, I understand what I need to do to get to that next level to get the coins, right? Because
But you
I
don't know
want
how
more
much
money.
coins are. This is how companies
Yes, you do.
They don't. How? But you're gonna go online and look for them
Because there is always a range that's associated with
they
a
don't
tier.
publish that at my
They
company.
don't publish it, but you could still find out. You could still find out. You could talk to your boss and be like, "Hey, what band are you?"
Nope. We've tried it. They will not give us that information. Their reasoning is we cross bands, salaries cross bands. We have tried it, right? So we are forced to go online and be like, what is my job supposed to pay? Because the risky thing is you also got to deal with demographics, right? Because my job in New York, okay, somebody else that's doing my same exact job that's in the Canada office is not making my money.
No.
Okay. No. And so it gets sticky. Because people get at work and they're like, well, what's my job range? I don't know what the fuck office you work in. Fuck? I don't know.
That's true.
If you're in Denver or Minnesota, it's not my job range.
Do you know?
I live in the fucking Midwest and my company is based out of Irvine, California in the Orange County.
Uh-huh.
And I get paid Orange County money.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I'm just saying.
Living in.
Yeah. But like the opposite for me. Now I live in the Northeast. I worked for a company that was in the Northeast, and the HR there was so shady that they were looking at job comps from jobs in the Midwest.
Wow.
And then offering that as the salary and using that as backing up. And I questioned it when I was interviewing, and I was just like, that's really low for this area. And they're like, no, that's it. And I said, where is that comp coming from? Like, where do you pull your information from? With the hiring manager who really wanted me, I talked to her about it and she's like, no. And then she found out they were comping from the Midwest.
That's shitty.
It is shitty.
Yeah. And you know what?
And we had no footprint there at all.
Yeah, no, that's Theo said you should know your compensation policy. We know our compensation policy, right? We know how the percentages work. We know how bonuses are paid out, right? I have mine stated out in my offer letter. So they give me minimum what's in my offer letter at least every year, right? So we understand that. The only thing we don't have clarity on or visibility into is the salary, the dollar amount ranges. They will not publicize that. And I think it's because demographics, right? A PM, 2 PMs doing the same exact job salaries could be way different.
Yeah,
On your-
totally.
And so,
Experience. Yep.
yeah, but what they do post is we do have a career ladder. So I know I could look at my job family and I can see senior project manager, what I'm supposed to be doing, where I'm just meeting my job, where I'm doing above and beyond my job, and what it's going to take for me to get to the next level. And I have 2 tracks, management and individual contributor. So I know it's visible to me how to get to the next level. What's not visible is how much money can I fucking ask for.
Johnny, Johnny, are you horny or something?
He said the day
is. Johnny needs it.
my wife. Right. I just to say, what you want to talk about, Johnny?
Right. Let's talk about it. You want to talk about sex? Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about
Sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex.
You know, I can talk about it because I had me some last night.
You got some finally?
I was fiending for this shit. It's been a week. I was like having dry spells, fainting and shit up in here. I was like, oh my God, it's almost a week since my kitty cat purred.
You didn't take care of yourself at all?
I've been abstinent since Monday.
No, bitch, no. You almost a week too. You fainting?
I'm fucking miserable. I hate it here.
Listen, I grinded so hard. I didn't want to let it go. I was like, okay. I had to get it. So I'm in a great mood today.
I see. And your hair looks good. Like
Ginger is back in.
Yes, Ginger.
I was at the hairdresser stressing yesterday because and I was like, oh my God, I know I got a meeting. And I forgot my work phone. It was sitting here. As y'all could tell, I don't really care. It's dead. I gotta plug it in. But I forgot my work phone. And so it was just a nightmare. It was just a nightmare. But I'm better now. That last night blessed me. Yeah.
That's good.
You'll have your turn. And
I know.
I can do it. Next week.
What you saying?
Next week.
No, next week gonna be dry as fuck too, because I'm gonna be in New Orleans by myself.
Oh, he's not coming with you this time? Oh, you're gonna be dry. Bring your toy.
Who are we? Who are we dating this time now, Angel?
Yeah, Lord, have mercy! Don't put him
Who's on the roster, girl?
Name one. We lasted.
Wow, really? Okay, last time we talked, it was, you know.
He was like, I don't know if I like him. Then they were up in New Orleans together. I was like, the fuck? Didn't she say she didn't know she liked him? I love it.
He is watching. Can we like?
Oh,
you, Jerry. I mean,
hey, Jerry.
Because I gotta.
What's up, dude?
Jerry.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, Jerry.
Look, I got red.
I understand. All right, so now we're talking about sex, Johnny. What's up? Okay, we did it. What's up?
Right.
Interior said, my job is so Yankee, y'all. We ain't did reviews in years. What? You just see more money on your check like every 3 years. Wait, what? You work for the city? You must work for the city.
Y'all,
the city don't do reviews.
You just see more money on your check like every 3 years.
That's like the city. Because they go by union contract.
Like a state job. Yeah.
Yeah. That's understandable. I don't think they do reviews. I think August.
I'm gonna leave.
Ooh, D. Yes, D. That's right. Call her out.
Now.
Angel, you invited him into your space.
Wait, and then she gonna call him Jeremy and not Jerry.
Right, because you invited him to coffee with friends. You know we run our mouths.
Wait, is it Jerry or Jeremy?
Jerry.
Oh, mercy. Oh, I'm sweating.
Right? It's Jerry, right? The fuck?
Jerry.
Oh, it's Jeremy.
It's Jerry.
Jeremy, it's Jerry. I know that because I know it because of reasons.
Right.
I cannot forget that name.
Oops, wrong one. Oh. I just come on, you know that's not right.
The wrong one.
She's messing with you. Now she's messing with you.
I fucked up and called him Jeff the other day.
Wait, Aquanda said I need a GoFundMe for sex. How do you want us to set it up for you?
Aquanda,
What does it need to say?
You know what? Can I get on that GoFundMe?
What did it need to say? Donating eggplants? What are we doing?
Why not?
I don't know.
You living through us, Johnny? You have a wife. You should be.
Right, you got a whole ass wife.
What? You
What does
got
that mean?
access to the kid in
Wait.
5
Listen,
seconds.
I have a whole ass husband, and I still ain't had it. So, you know, it happens.
Leave.
It happens when you get older. You know, sometimes
Some people lose their libidos and
Some
stuff. It happens.
some things don't work the same, and
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying.
it
But you know, I
happens.
talk about that all the time for real, being serious, because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of women be out here complaining about these men's peens. And I'm like, if you 50, shut the fuck up. Because these men, their peens, your Joe is all dry as shit, and you be all right because you could put some KY jelly and some fuck water on it and keep
Right.
it moving. But these men can't rub some fuck water on their dicks. They can't.
Nope.
And get it up. So y'all got to give these men a chance. Give them some compassion and some grace. Their peens, you know,
But
it
you know
based
what?
on
I've
health,
dealt with
diet.
so many little dicks and like
Little is different. We said
little
And Minute
quick
Man.
and quick dicks
no.
and fucking, like ones that won't work and only sometimes, and they only work when he watching porn. Like, what the fuck? Like, I finally got a dick that works. That's a good.
Go, Jerry.
Good dick. Is that what you're trying to say? It's a
good.
good dick.
It is some
Today
good.
gonna be a good day.
Dang.
I'm fucking blessed. I am
Hey,
blessed.
Aquanda
Okay?
said, can I bring a vibrator on the plane? Yes. Can I
Yes.
tell y'all how I went on a whole cruise? My grandmother, rest in peace, when she was alive, we went on a whole family reunion cruise to Bermuda. And I had my little vibrators in my suitcase. And you know, when you go through the ship was leaving from New York. So you go through customs, right? The same way like the airport. Why they opened up my suitcase? It was me and my ex that I was with for 20 years. And we were getting on. Why they pull out my shit? And he looked at me. He said, see your grandmother online right behind you. That's what you get. They pull out my shit. We're like, what's that? I was like, motherfucker, put my shit back. Yes, you can bring it on the plane. If they might pull it out, but you can bring it on the plane. Put it on your carry-on. The fuck?
No,
Yeah.
put it under the
Put
plane.
it in your check suitcase. This way, if they look at it. See,
You
I
don't
don't
be
put my
embarrassed.
clothes in the check because I be scared that they're going to go in my suitcase and lick it or something and put it back. I want my shit on me. I don't want you touching my little private parts that go on my little ling.
What's a cocktail ring?
A cock ring.
Oh, a cock ring.
Cock ring. I'm like, you know what I'm thinking?
Is he old?
You know those little charms you put on a wine glass to tell like yours? I'm like, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm like, well,
oh,
damn, that's
oh,
small.
Jerry.
I can't stop snorting.
Oh my God. Well,
Oh,
I
fuck.
wasn't ashamed of it. I didn't want to have to explain that to my grandmother. I mean, that was the thing. If she wasn't online behind me, I'd have been like, fuck it, what? But I didn't want to have to, because she always calls me out. She'd be like, Robbie, you know, I'm always the one. So if she would have seen that, she'd have been like, figures. You know, I was trying to keep that, you know, whatever.
I get it. I get it.
So yeah, Aquanda, you can bring that with you on the plane, and you know, yeah.
And
people-
let him have him bring his cock ring. You can put it around your ponytail and just pretend like, you know, nobody will ever-
Here, babe, I got you.
Right. You can actually use them. You can use scrunchies.
Yeah.
You
Sure.
could use anything.
Wait,
Yeah.
so you just
Yeah,
wrap
cock ring.
the scrunchie around his balls in the pipe of his peen?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So why people wasting their money on cock rings when they could just use a scrunchie?
You're
They
welcome.
don't
That was
have
free
long
It's
game.
like
hair.
that will hurt.
Free game. I just told you.
Just made me think of some devious shit to do.
Can
Like-
you?
Sleeping, put his balls in a scrunchie and let him
Good.
put his balls in a scrunchie. That would be good.
Or can you imagine going out on a date with a guy? You got long hair. You're like, oh, I need to pull my hair back. I didn't bring my scrunchie. The guy
And
be
he's
like,
like-
here, I got you.
Right.
You
Right.
know what? It's too much. It's too much. This is truly Friday.
Wait, is Jacob a real person or is that a bot?
No, Jacob is a real person.
Do you
Okay.
like bouncy houses? What is that?
I don't know. I just thought it was weird. Maybe I'm missing something.
I've seen him before, though. Jacob, who are you? I've seen you here before. Are
Like
you a bot?
say
Are you?
something regular.
Yeah, say something regular besides bouncy houses and high.
Because he said
you
Deninta
oh,
High.
Cheryl High. Now you just gonna go down and say hi. I'm a block you.
Everybody. Mm.
Come on, Jacob.
Jacob, tell us your favorite color, or you're out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you wear cock rings? Jacob, we're on a
penis
topic.
in a scrunchie looking like a sunflower. What?
Penis is a scrunchie.
Wait, what?
Because I said put his penis in a scrunchie while he's sleeping. Let him wake up to that shit. He said it's gonna look like a sunflower.
How?
I don't understand.
Like a upside down.
Okay.
I can't see the yellow leaves though. All I see is the brown.
All I see is color, color, and that big old brown.
All I see is the big brown eye of the
Yeah.
Wait, Jacob, you got a question? What kind of question?
Oh, geez.
You sound like a robot or somebody that's trying to scam somebody.
Mm-hmm. Wait, let me guess. You're a prince of Nigeria. You need me to send you some money orders, right?
Right. No, the other thing that they do is them cards, the PlayStation cards.
The Google, the Google cards and all that kind of stuff.
I watched this show called Scam Fish on YouTube. Motherfuckers are still being scammed. So Jacob, we know Scam Fish. We know.
Right.
Hillbilly said, if you suffer no injuries and nothing is broken around you, are you even having sex? Wait a minute.
I don't want no injuries, and I don't want to break no shit in my house. No.
Hillbilly, what kind of sex y'all having?
They having that hillbilly sex.
Shirley, Jacob retracted your high because he's a robot. We're gonna block him because he's not answering none of our questions.
Yeah.
Well,
Jacob wants you to cash out him $10, and he's gonna cash out you
Bye,
$1,000.
Jacob. He's gone.
Jake.
We gotta go to work too. It's 9:24. We just sitting here talking. I mean, my next meeting is I have 2 meetings actually.
I missed y'all.
Huh?
I missed y'all.
I miss you guys too.
My son is sick. Y'all send up some good vibes and some good
vibes. Which son?
Anthony, the oldest, the 17-year-old.
Anthony?
Yeah, and he had a
virus.
virus.
No good.
He had a virus that attacked his liver. I know, and so they're calling it hepatitis. But it's not like quarantine. Yeah. Well, no. It's just, I mean, no.
Well, there's a couple different forms of hepatitis.
There's a million of them.
Yeah.
But A through E are like the bad ones.
Yeah.
And it's not. He's negative for all of those, so that's good.
Okay.
So, but because it affected his liver, they call it hepatitis. Like HEPA means your liver because it's here. But yeah, like he's in a lot of pain. It's super uncomfortable, and he's never been sick. We're having a rough go at it right now.
That's a shame.
So
sorry.
I can't see the chat anymore. I don't know why.
Is he resting?
Yes, he's been out of school for over a week.
Okay. I am Jacinta said, wait, Hillbilly said, does the bounce house come with baby oil? We got rid of him. We're not gonna know because he
well, I mean that could be fun, but also play Twister with baby oil. That's fun.
How could you play Twister with baby oil? How you gonna
you all lather up with baby oil
in my mouth.
What?
Huh?
I'm not saying it again. One reliable sense that I let my folks know that my 8 a.m. is running over. I will be available at 10. Yes, boo. Let them know that your 8 a.m. is running over.
Yeah. I mean,
my calendar is blocked out every day.
We haven't been on here, the 3 of us, in forever.
I know. Well, I don't want to trauma dump on y'all. I'm just going to let you know. I've been a little absent for health reasons. So just say prayers for me.
Yes.
I'm gonna be okay. I know I am, but send some positive energy out to the universe and all that kind of stuff. But
Gotcha.
the C word's being thrown around a lot, so I'm just trying to keep
Now,
it
you know
moving.
my ass. Okay.
Cock ring?
No.
Yeah. Yep.
Coming.
Oh my God.
Coming.
How do you know these things, Angel? It's like, we are here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're praying for you, Zen.
Yes,
We're
yes,
going to
yes.
keep you in our prayers and send you some good blessings.
Thank you.
All right, because we know we got to take care of ourselves.
February was a tough month. Fuck
Hmm?
February.
I
February
know. And February was the month of love, and it's been
was, but
it's
god
been
damn.
really hard.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a hard short month. It was a hard short month.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it was. February kicked my ass.
Don't want no short month.
Don't want.
Exactly, Theo. Thank you. We're not claiming the C word. We're not claiming it at all.
Mm-mm.
Right?
What does that mean?
We're not
Only cocks and coochies.
Oh.
only coming.
Well,
Incoming.
Okay, so the C word's already there. It's just
The recovery.
it's now what are we gonna do about it? That's what it is.
So
And
you
this
have
has been
decisions to make. You know what your options are?
and this has been going on now since October.
Right.
That I've been dealing with a lot. I mean, there's been tons of testing and all this kind of stuff. So, again, not trying to trauma dump on anybody. So I apologize.
Don't say that. I want to remind you guys. We come on here and we play a lot, right? But I do want to remind you guys, right? Don't say you don't want to trauma dump, because this is what this show is really about. We come on here and we play. We play. But the premise of the show is to talk about the hard conversations, to talk about trauma, to talk about things that we're going through. So if anybody ever has anything, even when we're laughing and when we're playing, if you guys have something serious going on that you want to talk about just to get it off your chest, do that. Do not ever apologize for doing that, because that's what this is about.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to bring down the mood either. You know what I'm saying?
Jen, no, F that. As many times as you have stepped in for me when I'm going through shit, and you provided like wisdom and advice and just guidance or just an opinion.
See, everybody is that's it. I'm the synthesis.
I don't want to hear it. So you dump all you need, and we're here for you. We're your family.
This is why you set up Discord, right? This is the purpose of Zen setting up Discord. This wasn't even my idea, like to set up Discord so that there was a 24/7 outreach for Coffee with Friends, where if people are feeling away, they could just jump in and they can talk. You know what I mean? It's more than just fun and giggles chat room or the travel planning chat room or whatever. We have a mental illness section in there where we could talk about things. You could jump on the voice channel, grab somebody and say, I just need a minute to vent. This is what this platform is about. So please don't get lost in our laughter and our jokes, right? Because just because we're talking about trauma every day does not mean that we are still not in line for that on this show.
And this is Coffee with Friends for me is the family that I chose. The family that I picked. I picked y'all.
I love it.
Like, your family you stuck with. You're born into it, like it is what it is. But y'all are the family that I chose.
Blood does not make you family.
It don't.
That.
I choose you, Zen. I choose you.
I choose you, Angel. I choose all of you, you twisted ass bitches.
Yes, and for those that are new to the platform, right? We don't always agree on this platform, so don't think like that either. We have some things where we disagree on or whatever, but that is that is us growing, right? Because if we all agreed with everything, then
is
we
that?
wouldn't be learning anything, right? A
Right.
lot of times when we express ourselves, we're also showing the trauma. We're also
Yeah.
showing how we were raised, how we were shown love. Sometimes,
Mhm.
the things that we feel and our perspectives that we throw out there might be offensive to some other people, but sometimes that's all I know, right?
Yeah.
And for you guys to say, Robin, that shit ain't right, y'all are teaching me.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
And we just got to be
But
open to it.
and only two things to remember is one, just be respectful, and
Yep.
two, be open-minded.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it. That's
Say
it.
all you want, but just be respectful and open-minded. Don't come for people unless they call for you.
That part. Everybody, like you said, everybody on here don't agree.
No.
We don't all agree with each other, and it's
No.
there's some people who have vastly different opinions on shit. Vastly different, but everybody
Hillbilly, look at his
From different
perspective on
places.
shit.
that yes.
We come from different places. And
Look
so-
at Ghost.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We come
Yeah.
from different places. Thank God, my family is very like open-minded. We talk about everything and everything, and always did. So, but we had other traumas, right? So I just want to keep, let people know that everybody comes from someplace, right? And we are a product of our experiences and our upbringing, right? And so that's why I always say, give people grace, give people compassion, because, people only know what they know. But this
Right.
platform is here for us to share our various thoughts and perspectives and our feelings, and be open-minded. So
Yep.
don't forget that this is what this is about. So don't apologize, all right?
Please don't.
Yeah.
We love you.
Yeah. Because if my shit, I'll be like, y'all, help me. I'm going to tell y'all right now.
Listen.
So wait, can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
What does Johnny Leon Hill mean when he said he just got off the phone with the wife and we about to do a half day?
You know what he mean. He been horny for 2 days. His new job, keep him walking around. He don't get time to love up on his wife. He been horny for 2 days. He going to get his stuff in too. I ain't mad at you, Johnny. I hope I get more tonight. Let me see. And I left one of my earrings.
Don't call my sisters bitches. How you let him get away with that?
Don't call my sister bitch.
Who he talking about? He talking about what I said?
He's talking about you because you said I love you bitches or something like that.
Yeah, I'm talking about everybody on this channel.
Right.
I ain't talking about just you
Me
two.
and Robin.
I call everybody.
Well, you're included.
Well, you bitches too.
It's good. You a bitch
Paul
too.
is bitches
Listen,
too.
You all my bitches. That's it.
We's all bitches. We all.
Paul, yeah. Paul, come on in. You bitches too.
You bitches
right.
too.
Love. We
all
This is
bitches.
a family, Paul.
Listen.
You must be new to the show.
Don't
All right.
be judging me on my skin, Paul. That's all I'm saying.
It's a
Johnny,
birthmark.
He's supposed to break stuff and have injuries. Oh, that's why you taking half a day. You getting ready to break shit and have injuries? Because that ain't sex if you ain't breaking shit.
No, because Hillbilly said, "Don't hurt yourself, Johnny, on your half day."
Right, but earlier Hillbilly said it's not
right.
sex unless you
And
break.
Johnny was like, "Wait a minute now. I thought it's supposed to hurt."
Wait, I'm gonna call the cookout Squalor in the Holler. Yes, that's the cookout. Yes, I love it. That is the theme for the cookout. Hillbilly is going
Squalor
to
in the Holler. I love it.
Holler. I love it.
Write that down. I'm gonna screenshot it.
Yeah, I love that Squalor in the Holler. I can't wait to see the barbecue, and I can't wait to see
break that third leg. Jesus Christ, what are we doing?
Wait, what?
What kind of y'all want to break it?
Not
just suck it. But y'all want to just break it?
We don't want to break it. We need it. We need that. Oh, you guys are wild.
They are.
I thought we were on coffee with friends after dark.
After dark. No, this is Johnny's fault because Johnny's going to talk about sex.
Johnny, you got a cock ring?
Wait, and look at his name, Johnny Cochran.
Oh.
No!
Johnny.
Is he
That's
a
a
lawyer?
good
He
name.
does work in a law office.
In the law.
He does. Wait, Cheryl Lee said you can't be calling out already on your new job, Johnny. You just started.
Yes, you
Oh
can.
my god! But I think his
Well,
job's
that's
at night.
important.
I think his job's at night.
He said half a day. Oh, he's taking a half a day from his day job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah. 3 edges of the fitted sheet coming off, period. One reliable said 3
Oh.
edges of the fitted sheet.
That's
yes,
the
now
worst.
that's when you know you slamming and bamming
That's the worst.
off the mattress. Especially when you get now, unless you got some cheap ass sheets on your bed. But
Did
if
you
got
ever? Did you ever get done and the whole fitted sheet just underneath you?
Yeah, it done drawed up from the corners.
on the mattress.
There's nothing else around you, just a sheet under you.
That's when you know it's getting busy. Hey,
We should
Fire.
all have porn names. Who got a porn
My
name?
name is already good. Raw to the bone.
Exactly.
That's as freaky as you gonna get from me.
Angel, what's
My
your
name-
porn name?
My name is actually a porn star's name, Angel Kelly. She's a
Okay.
porn star from the 80s. So like
Okay.
I'm already a
One
porn
name Zen, because Zen is not porn. Zen is like I want to lay down and chill.
Exactly.
right.
What's your? Well, we
I don't have a porn name. Y'all give me a porn name. Pressure.
No, but
We should look up
you
a
know
porn
what they say,
name, a
name-
porn name
what's your-
generator.
What's your first pet? What was your first pet's name?
Tippy.
And then the name of the street that you grew up on.
I've done this before. Tippy Yorktown.
What's your porn name?
That sounds like a woman's porn name.
it sounds like Miss Bean, Tippy. It sounds like something funny.
I think it should be Rich Tip.
I'm gonna look up porn name generator here.
Rich
Porn
Tip.
star name
Yeah.
generator. Here we go.
No, I don't. Oh, he said half a day at the day job so I could be ready for the second job. Oh my.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Did y'all call me Johnny Cockring? Yup, we did.
Yeah. Zen McStuffin. I like that. I like that.
Okay. That's cute.
Oh, Hillbilly, give me one. I want
Oh,
one.
shit.
How about Major Hammer?
What?
Major Hammer.
Major Hammer. Zen McStuffin sound cute. You know why? Because it's like the piece before the
Zen McStuffin. Who's came up with that? Hillbilly.
Really?
I
That's
should've
what I want. I
known.
want one too. Give me one. I like that. Zen
I
McStuffin.
like that.
I like Zen
Like the
McStuffin.
calm before the storm. Zen McStuffin. The calm before the storm. Like I'm gonna calm your ass
And you don't know if
and
he's
the fuck out.
you don't know if he's doing the stuffing or he's getting
Or
the
he's
stuff.
getting the
You don't
stuff and it's just Zen McStuffin.
You don't know. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
know.
I want
Wait,
one.
one reliable sin said, my username speaks for itself. Yeah, that's a cute one. I like that. One reliable sin. That's a good name. Fire, we just chilling. He said, what's going on here? It's 9:30.
Here's Johnny's porn name. John Steele.
Oh, shoot. Johnny, we got a name.
Isn't that a porn name already?
Probably. He's
Where's the Steele guy?
Hold on, y'all. Well, I gotta go. My doctor calling.
Okay. All right. Bye, Zen. Love you.
Yeah. So anyway, y'all, it's 9:30.
It is.
I'm still here. I love y'all. So Angel,
Yes.
you ready? So what should I pack? You were there for the weather.
Yeah. So it's hot. It is hot.
Oh, I don't need no jackets. I just need the jacket from flying from here to there.
That's it. Yeah.
So you were outside with t-shirts and
I was in a crop top. I'll send you a picture. I had on a crop top and some like
yoga pants,
mm-hmm.
and you only had sneakers on.
That's it. I don't no open toe shoes because
right, like Kid Boy said.
vomit, like you don't want no open toe shoes. But yeah, that's it. It's
Okay.
It's nice. It's nice. And I could have worn less than that. Like
Okay.
shorts and a crop top, like some bike shorts and a crop top, you'll be fine.
Georgie had me thinking it was cold there. How about at night?
Even still. Even at night. It was
Okay.
still comfortable.
All
I'm
right.
trying to take a picture of what I had on. You can see my full outfit.
All right, because I got to pack. I got to get y'all t-shirts together. Oh, where's my paper that where I had the t-shirt sizes? Because Lord have mercy, where did I put it?
Yeah, it was nice. And at night it dropped down to like maybe in the 60s. But you're walking around like I didn't, you're walking around, you're moving, you're drinking. It's not cold.
And he had
Especially
shorts on.
from here, especially coming from here where it's cold and going down there, it was warm. Now maybe if you live down there, 60 degrees might feel, cool. But coming from 30 and going to 60, it felt hot to me.
Okay, good. All right. So, all right. So now that reminds me, I have t-shirt sizes, right? I have Ghost extra large, Fancy a small, Interior Rua extra large, Georgia medium, Angel, you said a small.
I need a small, yeah.
You said medium and I scratched it off and I put small.
Put small. I think a small would be good.
I put small because the t-shirt I'm bringing y'all is a unisex t-shirt. So if you like your t-shirt tight, you should drop it in size. And so those are the only sizes that I have for t-shirts. And so that's it. That's all the t-shirts I'm gonna be bringing. All right. And so
who all is going to New Orleans? It's Ghost and Fancy,
Interior Rue,
Georgie,
there, and you and me.
Okay.
Right. That's all I know. That's all I have. That's all that checked in and said they were going to New Orleans. I don't know. Ghost put a sad face the other day about the Cancun trip. So I don't know what's going on with him.
Uh-oh.
I know. He put a sad face when I talked about the summer soiree. So just a reminder, we have the summer soiree. It's going to be really busy and hectic. I have a lot of stuff planned for it. I have a big itinerary for it. When I come back from New Orleans, me and my girlfriend are going to get down and dirty with getting all the things that we need because we're going to have like mini events. Even though we're going to be at an all-inclusive resort, we're going to have our own little schedule and series of events for Coffee with Friends, right? And so we'll have our own games, our own meetup times. We'll have an excursion together where we're all going on an excursion. Of course, that's going to be extra, so that'll be optional, right? So whoever
something for I saw this on Facebook. Have you seen the blowing dress or the dress in the wind? What is it called?
Yeah, they do those pictures like in Turkey, places like that. I don't know if they do that in Cancun.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so good. So we'll put that on our list as an option.
Flying dress. We could do a flying dress photo shoot, all of us.
Yep, all of us. So that's a good idea, Angel. I didn't know they did that in Cancun. I know they do it in like Greece, Turkey, places like that.
They do it in
Cancun. But I'm gonna say this. Let's try to book our excursions through the hotel or because I don't want to, this is why people get scared. They go to these foreign countries and they, so that's a good idea. I'll put that on the agenda because I would love to do that. To do that, the flying dresses. All right. And so if you have not reserved your room, make sure you reserve your room. It's $50 to reserve your room, but make sure that your room is paid by July 1st, y'all. Now, some of y'all like, oh, she's been paying for her trip. She's been putting her monies down.
Oh, girl.
Right. So I'm proud of her. Right. I still got to pay for mine. Mine will probably be paid by the end of April, beginning of May. And then I'm going to book my flight because I need to book my flight months in advance before the tickets get crazy.
My flight is booked.
Your flight is already booked to Cancun? All right. So good. How much did you pay? I'm just curious. Do you remember?
Like $5.
All right. So I'm hoping to get the same thing because if we wait too long, it's going to be a lot. I might book before.
Yeah.
All right. So that's just some announcements that I wanted to make.
Okay. I got to go. Anthony's doctor's calling.
All right. Go ahead. You go. I'm going to close out anyway. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So I'm closing out. I know we are late today. We are late. What the? Okay. We are late today, but I'm going to give y'all the vibes to leave out on. The one thing that I say to y'all, make sure you are continuing to love up on your brother and sister. Listen, we had a great conversation today. It's Freestylllee Friyayyy. And at the end of that, we found out some news of one of our Coffee with Friends members that's going through some things medically. Let's keep our prayers for those that are going through, medical issues. Let's keep our prayers out there for Mishi Boo, who is laying her stepfather to rest today. Let's keep our prayers for Anthony, who is having some issues based on a virus that he has. All right. Listen, let's pray for each other. If that's what you believe. If you don't believe in prayer, do whatever it is you believe to pass some good grace on to the next person. Do that, because we have enough negativity in the world. All right. And again, remember, this platform is for us to grow and for us to heal through some things that we have been hiding from for a very long time, or learn to operate in more healthier ways, because a lot of us have been operating in toxic ways that have become normal to us. Let's unpack those shits. All right. And with that, I love y'all. Okay, Shirley, you wore your Converse the whole time. They did have a cold spell. Okay, so I just need the jacket that I'm traveling with, basically. That's it. I love y'all. All right, and with that, you know what I say. No matter how low you feel, you can still
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Get this message on your way out, y'all. This is Coffee with Friends. I am Royalty Depot. Have a great weekend. Peace, y'all.
To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. It'll see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go, go,